Prior to that, at the Toronto District School Board, I was a community support worker. And I wanted to mention that because a lot of the things that were being mentioned today was part of the mandate that I had when I was a community support worker. So I worked for the Model Schools program, and primarily the role was to engage parents in the community, many newcomers, underserved communities, and to be a bit of a bridge between the community and the school. So the work that you're doing here is very important to me, and it's something that I really care about.
And you have to understand your history, the history of what happens in this educational system here, right? As I keep telling people, in order to move forward, you have to look back occasionally.
The inauguration program for parent empowerment project. So in our today afternoon session, we introduced our parent empowerment project that would focus in our community here, mainly the Ethiopian and Arthuria community and beyond. So we introduced what our program would be. We introduced about the structure of the program to the participants, and we had invited guests that came today, people from Toronto District School Board, people from Toronto Neighboring Organization, TNO, and many more were there. So they shared their experience about the educational system and the challenge newcomers, immigrants face when they come to Canada and beyond. So in addition to the introductory part, we had also a presentation made by one of our colleagues. So the presentation was mainly about the journey of an immigrant from day one of their coming here, the challenge they pass through, and then of course finally about integration and settlement, and then of course empowerment.
My name is Bethlehem. I'm part of the Eth-Pharam grassroots community group. We had launched our project today. The project is called Parents Empowerment. So we had guests from different community organizations. We have participants, cohort members who will be beneficiaries of our project, and our mentorship organization representatives from the neighborhood organization, and we had an inauguration of our project. We had around 50 to 60 participants attended with their kids today. Community project that we have as an immigrant newcomer parents ourselves. We passed through a lot of hardship to understand the Canadian system when it comes to education, when it comes to banking, financial system, when we talk of the legal system, how to discipline our kids, and what is accepted in the Canadian legal system and what is not. At the same time, we wanted to know about how to do effective communication with parent-child communication. So we launched this project because we are also parents who have passed through that and who wanted to learn a lot about the Canadian system. So we have workshops and some in-person activities for participants, newcomer immigrant parents, to learn about the Canadian education system, to learn about the Canadian financial system, legal system, communication, mental and physical wellness.
This is community-inspired, community-led grassroots organization. So the objective is to empower immigrants. So through various workshops. So we just had around 60 or 50 parents with their kids, and we actually officially open our project today. So after this we will have around 5 workshops, and in that workshop parents will learn about financial literacy, financial wellness, about the legal system in Canada and how they can navigate in that system and help their kids, about Canadian education system, what else, and mental health and communication. So these are 5 workshops. We're going to deliver this for our community. So yeah, today is just to get to know our partners, our stakeholders. So we have all of them in the house. We just finished the session now, and we're so excited with the turnout. So after arriving here, the next challenge will be to deal with immigration, to deal with housing, employment, with all that. So we have adjustment challenge, right? So navigating the bureaucracy, finding house, employment, and dealing with isolation is what we do, right?
Hi, my name is Fantahun. So I'm representing Eth-Pharam today. Eth-Pharam is mainly focusing on people who are of Ethiopian and Eritrean descendants and who are living around pharmacy area. That's why we named this community group as Eth-Pharam to represent people living around pharmacy area. So we found this community group about a year ago, and we had performed one project in the city of Toronto. So this is our second one. In this project, we are mainly focusing on 5 topics. These topics are finance, education, Canadian legal system, communication, and mental wellness. So the way that we are delivering these kind of awareness sessions are mainly on virtual, which is people can join these programs online from their phone or from their computer. So the first week we have a session on finance, as well about financial wellness, financial awareness, saving, how the banks work is, what's the difference between debit and credit, all sorts of questions from the parents. We are trying to cover all that. And the second session is going to be about education. So for education, we have 3 types of education system: elementary, high school, and tertiary or university level. So we have experts from all these levels, and then they will answer questions for the parents, and they will do their presentation too. Our third session is about the legal system, the family law, the Canadian family law. So we have someone with a legal background, and that would be an opportunity for the parents to learn, to have some idea about the Canadian family law. And the other one is about communication, because these days we identify that there's an issue, and then there are some unclarities about how to communicate with our kids. So we have another expert about telling us about the communication. And the last one is about mental wellness, because this is a serious problem in our community. So we are trying to address that issue to our community. And today we have about 30-40 people, and we got some feedback from them. So we will prepare our presentation according to the feedback that we received from the people.
Here we finished that presentation, was followed by lunch. We had a lunch, working lunch with our participants here. So after we finished the lunch session, then we had the traditional coffee ceremony of Ethiopia. While we have that traditional coffee ceremony, there was a discussion going on between those guests and the court participants. So with that, we finished the project inauguration program. Yeah, so although most of the people that came are from the Ethiopian and Eritrean community, there were also from other communities that came. So it was a very good networking and communication platform. People had met each other, they shared their experience, they networked a lot. And through that, we increased our bondage, and that's how it is. We had a traditional coffee ceremony, and in addition to the coffee ceremony, if you have seen, there was a baked bread called dabo. So that one, it's a traditional bread made while we serve it with the coffee, and it was served for our guests and everyone coming. So people had enjoyed the beautiful coffee and the bread that was served.